Hello everyone, welcome to yet another tutorial. Today we are going to start learning Maya. Alright, so we will create a simple snowman and understand the interface, and let's get started and create some cool stuff in Maya. Alright, so we will go to save this in first and a new scene. Alright, so this is the Maya interface. If you hit uh, the space bar will um, enlarge any viewport that your mouse is on. All right, on the left side you can see there's a select tool, there's a move tool, rotate tool, and scale tool. Also you can change the layouts by clicking on these buttons here. On the right side there's a channel box, there are modeling tools, and there is attribute editor. Okay, these tools can also be found under window, general editor, attribute editor, channel box, and other settings. Okay, uh, up here you can see that you can create curves, and then you can create NURBS objects. If you go to polygons, you can create polygon primitives, and then you can edit them. There is a sculpting tool, there is a rigging tool, animation tool, rendering tool, FX, and other tools. These are our rendering tools. These are snapping tools. Okay, so we will be focusing on polygons today. All right, so you can create a polygon sphere, a cube, a cylinder, a cone, a donut, a plane, and a polygon disk, and there's different types of spheres you can create. So first we will click on the sphere, and a sphere is added to the scene. You can zoom in using the middle mouse button, and you can use the Alt key and middle mouse click. You can pan, and simply Alt and click let you look around the object. Once the object is selected, you can see in the channel box, there's a channel box. You have translate XYZ, rotate XYZ, scale XYZ, and visibility. Below that, there are inputs. So if you select polysphere, you can change the radius, subdivisions. So let us look at how to change the radius. Either you can type a number in the box, or you can click on the radius tool and middle click drag in the viewport. Okay, that will change the size of the sphere, or you can simply type the side. Okay, you can change the subdivisions, which will decide how smooth this object is. So if you have less subdivisions, you will get a very it's like your pixels in Photoshop, you get bigger polygons and then the smoothness is gone. So we will use the default 20. The other tools you have to understand is the shortcuts on keyboard is if you hit the 1 key, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so 4 gives you wireframe, 5 gives you shaded, and 6 gives you the texture. Okay, if you create a cube, then you can see that 1 is the actual view, 2 is the smooth shaded with the box around it, so the original cube, and then how it will look if it is subdivided. 3 is only subdivision, 4 is wireframe, 5 is smooth, and 6 is materials. Okay, so you can go back to 1, which is the original one. So 2 is smooth shaded, so before you add any subdivisions, you can see how the subdivisions are going to work out for you. So that comes in really handy when you do some advanced character modeling. Okay, so we created our polycube. It has a radius of 2 and subdivision of 20 each. All right, now if you go to attribute editor, you can see there's a polysphere, so you can change the name of the object. Channel box also you can change the name. The next button is other information about the sphere. The next one will show you the radius and the subdivision again, and then the last two are related to the materials. Okay, so you can change the color of your object. Okay, now this thing where it says the radius and subdivision, if you go to edit, delete by type, history, that information will go away. I'll undo it to get it back. Even if you control D, which is to duplicate an object, you will lose the radius and the subdivision option. Okay, so these are the important things to understand in the beginning. You can always go to channel box and click on channel box as well to hide it. So I'll delete this too, then create a new sphere and give it a radius of 2. Okay, the material I want, so material, what we will do is we'll assign a new material to this object. So we'll go to right click, assign new material, and because we will be using Arnold renderer, we will go to Arnold shaders and assign a standard Arnold shader. Okay, so now we have a sphere and it has a radius of 2 and we want it on the ground here, so we will translate it in Y 2 as well. We can control D, then I'm using Alt, and then I can move it up, and then I cannot change the radius anymore, so I'll have to scale it and make it small. So I can select all the 3 and say 0.75. Okay, so all the 3 become 0.75 and I'll move it inside, and I will control D it again and make it 0.6. Okay, so this will be inside, this will be further inside. Select all the 3 and move it inside, so there can be a plane here. So we'll create a plane, then you can then click on the scale tool and click and scale. Okay, so you can assign a new material Actually, what we will do is we will simply change this material color back to gray, because when we render it, we want the snowman to look white and the background to look gray. Okay, so if you hit the render button, or there won't be any